Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Last time you saw us, I had just ripped my pants on Mount Amos. Thankfully, I have another pair of leggings.
This one does have a little small hole in them though.
Did it?
Yeah, on the side, on the one butt cheek.
I need more leggings.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I have mostly not ripped pants today. And we made our way to the Tasman Peninsula, which we're going to be exploring over the next couple of days. Yeah. Very excited. We are at our first stop for sunrise. The surrounding area, the trees are beautiful. It's like all hilly behind us. It's way prettier than I expected. So I'm already very excited. So we are here at tessellated pavement for sunrise. I've never seen anything like this, but apparently this pattern in the rocks is formed from movement in the earth that fractured the ground, and then the salt crystals and the erosion from the Tasman Sea carved out this unique shape. So you've got the one that looks like tiles that kind of have the ridges that stick out and it dips in, and those ones pick up the water. And then you have the ones that I feel look like squished marshmallows. Yeah. And they're kind of like lumpy on the top and like smaller on the sides. It's so cool.
Sounds cliche to say, but this is like Mother Nature's sculpture.
Mother Nature's sculpture?
Yeah, look at that. It's like so beautiful. What?
How do I order these tiles then? They're like tiles, right?
Yeah, they do. Maybe that's why they call it pavement.
Oh yeah. Another note, since we left Freycinet, we've been seeing so many jellyfish. The last campsite we were at was Mayfield Bay, I think, in Rocky Hills, and they had blue bottle jellyfish all over the beach. And now
blue bottle jellyfish? Or blue bottles and jellyfish?
Blue bottles are jellyfish.
Are they? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I'm confused.
Plot twist.
So Mayfield had blue bottles all over the beach, and then we've rocked up here and there's like these big pink jellyfish. So I'm a little more nervous about swimming now that everywhere has had jellyfish, but yeah.
I feel like this location would be ideal to come to when there's like an aurora or even some bioluminescence in the area, because you could get so creative with all your photos, and it's just, yeah, I mean, unlike anything else we've seen. I'm pretty sure there are other locations around Australia that have the same sort of formations. And I'm pretty sure there's actually a spot near the Great Ocean Road, but I might be wrong. I already mentioned the Great Ocean Road, but even like the little like cliff formations off in the ocean and islands like just off the coast, it reminds me so much of the Great Ocean Road.
So we just came down the road to Eagle Hawk Neck. Now this skinny 30-meter stretch of land is the only spot that convicts would be able to escape from the famous Port Arthur convict settlement, because it was rumored that the waters surrounding it were shark infested. So there was just this skinny stretch of land, and to combat that and stop convicts from escaping, they had these dogs set up. The dogs back then were actually real life dogs. This is just a sculpture. But they had these vicious dogs chained up all along the neck in a line, and they used to have these chains so they would be close enough to each other that they were directly next to each other with the chain, but not close enough to fight. They even put dogs out on platforms out in the water, so that if any convict did try to escape via the water, the dogs would alert the guards to any noise. And it's pretty wild. They all had this setup where they had the little lamp, the barrel that the dog would sleep in, and the dog chained up. So kind of wild. Didn't really stop convicts from trying to escape. Apparently there was a convict that took a kangaroo hide, was it, or a wallaby hide, and tried to pretend to be a wallaby. And the guards who were at this area were hungry, so they're like, oh, a wallaby, let's try shoot at it to eat it. And suddenly the guy realized he was being shot at and took it off and gave himself in. So people still tried to escape. One of the sergeants, I think, was like, oh, let's see how effective these dogs really are, and like went to walk through them and got viciously attacked and had really bad wounds. So apparently these doggies were very effective. I saw a thing where someone said they were the ugliest, scariest, most vicious dogs they'd ever seen. Any mentions that people ever had in history of these dogs is that they were the scariest, ugliest, biggest, most vicious dogs.
So I can't really imagine how comfortable that would be like, especially when you're chained up permanently.
Imagine being the dogs out in the water. On the
Oh
platforms
my
out on the
gosh.
Right.
That would be horrible. I'm actually so surprised that they didn't use like, I don't know, like the thylacine, like the Tasmanian tiger or
just
something.
Catch a random tiger and be
I'm-
like,
I'm-
alright, this is your job now.
I mean,
But apparently because the dogs were chained up for years, they just got more and more like vicious.
I don't blame them.
It's wild.
If you had me chained up
Yeah,
for
right?
more than an hour, I'd probably get ferocious.
Basically convict dogs. Maybe they picked the worst dogs from the UK and sent them over.
Yeah.
Convict dogs.
It's already super nice and sunny, but we are now at the Tasman Arch, which we're approaching it now. Whoa, that's so cool. That is so big.
I thought this one was going to be like the natural bridge at the Gap.
It's much
Way
bigger.
bigger.
It's almost more like what I would imagine that archway in the Great Ocean Road would have been. You know, the one that had that little...
Oh, where the thing then fell?
And then it fell. I would imagine this is what that would have looked like. It's pretty impressive.
We're walking to our next spot and found this little lookout, and look at this. So beautiful. What?
Genuinely, I feel like so many places in Tassie, it feels like you're on your own little private oasis, like remote. Like, there's no one around, and it's just beautiful nature.
Came around the corner to a wallaby. I'm not sure who was more scared, us or the wallaby.
Did not expect.
It's beautiful. Hi, baby. Alright, we're gonna do the walk to Waterfall Bay. Apparently it's just an hour return, and it's a grade 2, so it shouldn't be that bad. We made it to the Waterfall Bay lookout, and the water's only flowing slightly because we haven't had rain recently, but these cliffs are crazy beautiful. And I knew this spot was going to be pretty, but I didn't expect us to see really cool cliffs until we did the Cape hikes. But this is just, if you come here, do this. It is so impressive.
Once again, spoiled for views, and the scenery is just ridiculous. I mean, even look at these little trees hugging the cliffs. Like, what is that? Why is that there? It just looks so beautiful. And obviously, they have some there as well at the edge of the cliff. So beautiful here.
I should add that there's actually a car park behind us if you want to drive out to Waterfall Bay Lookout, but it is an unsealed road, so that's why we decided to walk, because we thought, oh, you get to see more on a walk usually, and the road might be dodgy, we weren't too sure. But the road condition actually looks decent, so you could drive out. But the walk had so many lookout points.
I feel like the whole walk was probably more, well, not more, but equal to or greater than, depending on what you like, than the actual Waterfall Bay area.
Yeah. You've had, I reckon we've passed maybe like over 10 lookout points.
Yeah, there's so many.
And each is such a different perspective.
And it's not that much of a walk either.
Yeah, an hour return. So if you're willing and able to do the walk if you can. It's really worth it. Back to the van. We probably look so ridiculous right now because we're definitely we're driving super slowly through a place called Dewtown because they don't actually know officially how it started. There's a few different stories floating around. But in Dewtown, oh my gosh, look at that one.
Winnie the Doo.
All of the different houses in Dewtown have signs with a Dew-related pun. Doodle-doo. So every single house has a different sign with a pun. And we're just slowly driving through, staring at all of them like complete weirdos, but it's amazing.
Yeah, it's probably not the best idea to drive around in a white van.
Slowly
through a town. Make do.
Make do.
It's so sweet.
Yeah,
I feel like every single town should have like its little quirky thing. And I feel like Tasmania
Tassie
has.
Because like even one area we drove through,
like Railton has like
yeah.
What's it called?
Topiary?
Yeah, topiary. Like all of them have their own little
Sheffield had
little
like
thing.
Murals.
Yeah.
All the towns in Tassie like have their own quirky thing.
I feel like it really
It's
brings
really cool.
a community together. Even if it's something as simple as like a little sign outside on your fence or on the house.
Afternoon delight.
Oh.
And it gives us something cool to look at while we drive, so amazing. Is that in your hair?
Yeah, it's my
We need to cut our hair. We really need to cut our hair. I mean, yours has been cut way more recently than mine. Mine hasn't been cut in...
Always.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Oh, yeah.
I think we were a little traumatized by that. But we are...
At a campsite.
At a campsite. And normally we don't go for paid campsites. Sorry, there's a beautiful
bird.
There's a
parrot. I saw it too.
Normally we don't pay for campsites. We tend to try and stick to the free campsites because they're just as good, if not better, most of the time.
Have off-grid.
And we're off-grid. But all of the Tasman Peninsula is just paid campsites. We're starving. So we have leftover gnocchi. How do people say
I'm pretty sure gnocchi.
I think it
Unless
is.
you don't know what you're on about.
Neither
Let us
do
know
I.
how to pronounce another word. But we're gonna have gnocchi. And let's do it.
And maybe, just maybe, because it's a small serving,
Maybe.
I'll make some chocolate mousse.
You got my attention.
I just cranked it. Like Soldier Boy.
Ta-da!
Nothing too exciting.
Gnocchi, tomatoes, spinach, sauce, cheese. Yum. We're gonna go eat. And we'll check in with you later. We made a little friend on our walk. Kidna number 2, Vian.
I mean, we've seen loads while driving, but...
Just go slowly, don't scare him. Oh, it just tucked its head in and hid. It's okay.
And I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me
All right, our walk wasn't too eventful, although we did see an echidna.
And yeah, an echidna. And also it's just so stupidly beautiful.
So
again.
it took us along onto this super beautiful beach, and then it took us round, we saw the echidna, and then it took us right to the Port Arthur historic site.
Yeah.
And we didn't have tickets, so we thought it would be a little cheeky to just sneak on and have a look around, but we poked our head in and we're like, awesome, and now we're heading back.
Yeah.
So we got to go to bed because we have a hike first thing tomorrow morning, so we'll see you then.
Oh yeah.
Bye. You're right there.
I'm an enchilada.
We found this chair. Are you looking for ants?
How did you know?
So we found this chair, and it must be based on an echidna, because
I would say so.
look at that. It's massive. Go sit on it.
If I was to run a kingdom, right, this would definitely be my throne.
This would be your throne.
Yeah.
It suits you.
Are you gonna?
Oh, someone put a heart on it.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
I saw it. Are you gonna come fan me now?
Feed you grapes.
Should we continue?
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't get over this view, but I know we have to tell you where we are. So we're doing the Cape Raoul.
Cape Raoul.
Raoul hike. Yeah. We picked this one over Cape Hoy. Those are the two like super popular ones because apparently this had more magnificent views at the end, and apparently the whole of the way through you get a lot more like really cool viewpoints, even though I think it's a longer hike.
It sounds like I'm like an echo, but even the walk, even the car park, even the drive, like it's just stunningly beautiful.
It's so
like
beautiful.
Such beautiful countryside. I feel like this peninsula is like an island for some reason in my head, because like that small like small piece of land that you can cross on it.
Yeah.
It's just been
so hilly,
like
and
not
beautiful.
what I expected. But we're at our first lookout on this hike,
we're at the
which is
lookout
about
point.
a third of the way through the hike. We didn't film the start of it because we were just walking through these beautiful eucalyptus forests.
It's kind of just a bit of an uphill slog.
Yeah.
It was just uphill the whole way, and it should start to get easier from now.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit more uphill, and then it's just down
and
completely flat for the end. So it'll only be on the way back that it goes uphill again.
Have a look at this. This is the first lookout, and you can't tell me that this isn't magnificent. Should we continue?
Yeah.
I have to show this. So, to give you an idea of what it's like on the trails so far, it's just like eucalyptus forest. This is obviously smaller trees because it's close to the cliff. Much taller trees further earlier on the track. But the lookout we just came from, here, you can hear it's dead quiet like we said. And then, just a little walk. And you would think, oh, the view can't get any better.
It's right on the cliff edge.
What the
It is giving me jelly legs.
What the hell is this, Tasmania?
Oh.
This is insane. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that as well, walking this morning, it's so beautiful just hearing all the birds. Like, it's something that's just so relaxing and therapeutic about doing a hike in the morning when it's not the sun blaring on you and
there's no one else.
and there's no one around and it's fresh air and you're just woken up.
Crikey, mate. I think this might be a devil poo.
Well, I don't know. We did spend 2 weeks scooping them up and that looks exactly
I
like
feel
it.
like we're like Steve Irwin now.
Good old
We
Steve.
recognize poos on hikes now, and that really looks like a devil poo.
Yeah, it does.
A big devil poo, so.
Ooh.
Tasmanian devil.
So apparently this is a 5-hour hike return, and I'm pretty sure we started it just after 5:30. It's 6:37 right now, and apparently we have about an hour and 7 minutes left to go. So it's just been over an hour now, or roughly about an hour right now, and apparently another hour and a bit left. I love how we're probably doing one of the world's most beautiful coastal cliff hikes, and here Lydia and I are just talking about whether competitive eating would be enjoyable or not.
It's always like you look at it and you're like, oh, that'd be so good, but then they have to smash it in like 30 minutes.
They never look like they're enjoying the food.
And it looks gross.
I feel like they have a technique.
Yeah.
And the technique is to like de-layer everything and like eat like the bread or whatever. Like the...
Wasn't there one we watched and they got the bread and
Yeah.
they were dipping it in water just so it would
Oh,
melt
do you remember the
with
one
it?
where they dipped it in Coke?
Yeah. Like that would be so nasty.
Yeah, that can't be enjoyable.
See, these are the types of things we talk about when you've been dating like 13 years.
Yeah.
You know everything about each other. On hikes, we just talk about the most random things ever.
Seriously though, I freaking love pademelon. I feel like they're probably more closely related to quokkas. Like they have on Rottnest Island and in the southwest of WA. But they're just so adorable.
Does it like to have a pouch?
No.
No,
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there might be a little lady. And believe me, they give the best cuddles. Sorry to disturb you, little mama. Oh. I feel like when we're surrounded by pademelon, we're just in paradise. It makes me so happy. I said that they give the best cuddles, and I just had a thought right now. I'd say it's pretty equal to baby wombats. They give pretty nice cuddles.
We mean they're good in cuddling as like doing the rescue work and having
And
to
like
hold
going
on
to
them.
carers as well. When
And
they
having
have,
them
like,
in like makeshift pouches and keeping them warm.
yeah,
And going to see carers. And
yeah, not in the
registered
wild.
carers. Don't just randomly cuddle a pademelon.
I don't know how well the camera will pick it up on this, but it's like so beautiful. You've got the God rays coming through the vegetation, and then you look here and it's the ocean, like just a straight drop. How insane is this? Just as I said that, there's like a couple of seats, so you can have a little viewing what.
We're like almost right on it. It's just,
Yeah, no, that is so bloody beautiful.
We're not that far off, eh?
Yeah, no, we're not. I don't know at what point we scaled that or came down that, but
We were up there.
we were definitely up there. Also, before we set out on the lap, or decided that we wanted to set out on the lap, we had a look at like things to do around Australia, and one of the things that sparked an interest for us was kayaking to Bruny Island and kayaking around the cliffs. There are tours that do it, but it costs multiple thousands of dollars, I think, and it's a multi-day kind of thing. I don't think I'm daring enough, seeing the sheer size of these cliffs and also the strength of the current of the ocean, to take that on. But I'm sure it would be an amazing experience. Crikey, mate. There's another devil poo. They're not eating much fur though, so I mean, that's a good thing. Their diet just consists of meat and not that much fur. Good on them.
Wait, I just looked back. It doesn't even look big in the camera. That is huge. We were all the way up there.
How? When?
Yeah, we're definitely on the Cape then. This
Yeah.
is all flat around us.
I always just love it, especially in the morning, but I feel like when you're on the coast as well, there's like a lot of saltwater upkick. And you can see like the cliffs off in the background, and
yeah.
they're kind of like the shading on the cliffs as well. It's just so
pretty.
so pretty. It looks like it's like painted on.
Not only do we keep passing poo, but there's bones as well.
Yeah, and normally devils do eat everything, and including bones, but there's certain bones that they tend to not eat when they're spoiled for food, and those look very similar to the bones that we picked up while we were at Devil's a Cradle.
Spotted a really nice burrow
It looks
right
like a
near all the
devil burrow.
bones and the poop.
kind of want to stay here overnight.
Could be a devil for sure.
You're definitely spoiled. If you want to see a watermelon, definitely come here. We've probably seen like at least 30, 40.
Yeah.
I'm super scared though, because like the cliff is right there and they keep going towards the cliff. So we're like trying not to disturb them. Obviously we don't disturb them normally, but it's even more so like how do we walk past without them going, oh shit, let's jump off this cliff.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
so many of these
Yeah,
beautiful
look.
little lookouts. They're
Little
just, like,
viewpoint off the main trail.
which obviously, if you're afraid of heights, maybe stay away from them. But
Oh my gosh.
like what?
Hang on, I've got
that?
jelly legs. Oh my gosh, look how far we've come. To be close, we're on a flat section.
Yeah.
Over there's where we came from, and then you turn around.
And there's absolutely no way that we're climbing those hills right there.
And we're starting to see cliffs in front of us. It seems like there's still a way to go, and we're gonna go onto this cliff, but we're nearing like an edge.
Like a
looking
lookout?
straight out at the cliff. We feel like
So,
the views are gonna be crazy.
Especially because of what
This is one of those views that is like equally breathtaking and beautiful and terrifying. They are just massive.
Lydia, there's like an arch down there as well that's just, do you see that? Like
We're
water
not gonna
flows.
do this justice. This is like, and the rays of like sun coming. Oh my gosh.
This is definitely, I have, like, even though we've not traveled that, like, this has got to be one of the most impressive coastal cliffs in the world.
I'm sorry, this
Like-
is got to be one of the best hikes in Australia.
Yeah. Yep, the camera's not going to do this justice at all. What? And there's that little arch that I was talking about to Lydia. Pretty sure you're not to cycle here, but there's a guy on a unicycle right next to the cliffs. Just to top everything up, it's a little enchilada. How beautiful are you, little guy?
Quite pale.
Yeah.
We were 5 minutes away from the Cape lookout point, the end of the hike, and they had a seal lookout, so we thought we'd go there first.
And by seal lookout, I thought it would just be like a little section with some seals and, you know, still beautiful cliffs, but I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, we're already starting to see a glimpse of cliffs down there. We haven't fully gone down yet. Oh my gosh.
A guy is right on the cliff.
Oh dear. I can't watch him climb that. But that's where we're gonna end up. That's the Cape. Oh my gosh, Fian, look at it. Oh my gosh. The camera will not do us justice. Look at it. Oh my gosh.
I don't think there are any seals down there.
Where are we meant to be seeing seals?
I'm guessing there. But I don't think there are any down there.
Yeah,
I think
so.
they're
This,
actually on the other side. They're probably migrated now.
I feel like this lookout is just for amazing perspective of the cliffs.
I feel like this is probably, well, we haven't been to the other one yet, but
Yeah.
I feel like this is probably
Gonna be the
better
best view
lookout
for the view.
of the cliffs.
Yeah.
Like, what? There's a myth that at some point, is it the Navy or the Army or the Royal British Army or something, use these
cliffs.
cliffs, I don't know what
As
they're
target practice.
called. As target practice for like whatever. I don't even know what the, like missiles or whatever.
No, guns, wasn't it? And they were shooting it.
It might be guns. Yeah.
Apparently it's a rumor, and there was someone who tried to look into more evidence on it, but they couldn't actually find any.
Yeah. That's insane.
Far out. Alright, the final stretch. We're finally gonna go to the Cape Lookout. You excited?
Well, we saw what it looks like now.
True, there's no surprises. I don't know what the view will be like here, because the view from the seal lookout was mind-blowing.
Yeah, I generally don't know what to expect.
I don't know if it will be better, but...
I don't even know if it'll take you out to a point where you could see it.
Yeah, true. Will we get far enough out? This is the end. The views are cooler from the other side, right? Or can you see much? Nah, you can't really see much.
You can over this side.
Can you?
These steps.
Oh, just be careful.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of cool. I think it's probably... Oh, there's a boat down there.
Oh, must be one of those cruises.
Yeah. Seeing the size of it from that side is more
Yeah.
impressive, but here it's more like characteristic and like
Yeah.
beautiful. You can...
I think you appreciate it more from far away because you're like,
Yeah.
wow, that is huge.
Yeah.
But here's still a really cool.
Here it's beautiful, but you don't really appreciate it for its size.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh. I think I gotta say, this is the best hike in Tasmania or Australia so
I
far.
definitely think it's up there. I did really enjoy Mount Amos though, I have to say. So,
There are a lot of really cool mountain hikes, but this has just been
yeah. Yeah.
one of the best hikes
Hands
for
down.
sure. I feel there were so many amazing viewpoints along the way, and then coming to the end here and seeing like just the perspective of everything. We've even had one of the cruise boats come past, and then you can really see
How big it is.
how big this is and how tiny everything else is. And it's just endless water out there. Oh my god. I feel like we could talk about this all day, but
100%.
I guess
But-
this is where we leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you in the next one.
Whatever we're getting up to.